was a good move for TSM.
Now, the map we're playing is Evac Hardpoint. This is one where I've actually seen Ivy make a big impact for TSM in previous matches. Wondering if you can do the same here against OpTic, and look at that. The first ban is the VMP. They're trying to throw off how comfortable Scump can be with that submachine gun, especially Karma as well. But Karma's actually used the Kuda the most on this OpTic gaming team.
Now, Krim going to get rid of stuns, and one of the things I think you can also see possibly during this is Formal very good with the Man of War. Ooh. Same with Wheats, and they're actually going to get rid of the Kuda as well.
We've seen this before. They ban out everything. They try to ban out everything, and then just leave Scump with like the Razorback, and Scump will still drop 35. Look, there goes Rapid Fire now. Already 2 subs off the table. Maybe we see a Weevil? Ooh, I want to see a Weevil.
Potentially. I mean, do we see something like the Vesper come out?
Hey, if there's a map for it, Evac is definitely one where you can make a case for it. We saw Burns Off use it here once or twice in the 25Ks, as well as on a Breach. But in this one, it's going to be a Pharaoh ban from Scump. Oh, kids, if we see a Weevil on the final day of the COD World League, it'll make my week.
Could be Weevil, could be Razorback, could be the Vesper. So,
I think the Weevil's the best of the 3.
Really?
I'm confident in the Weeviling abilities of OpTic Scumpy against the likes of Ivy.
I would love to see Scump busting out the Weevil, and no abilities or weapons targeted. So, figure a lot of what we saw the first one. And it's actually OpTic going to go Camo, Heatwave, in Kinetic. Scump always goes Kinetic. Yep. And they're going to go with the Scythe, so no Purifier on the side of OpTic. Now, Wheats actually probably goes Scythe as well. They're not going to have a Purifier.
I would expect that one. I think you need to kind of match that of Formal. If he's got a Scythe, you want to make sure you can melt him just as quick. Yep. Either way, though, really the Ban and Protect is everything to look for in this one. Nothing too crazy in the Specialist draft. No War Machines being brought out or Vision Pulses in Hardpoint. So with these 3 subs out, we'll see how it impacts the players. Teams have tried to do this against OpTic Gaming in the past. Doesn't wind up working, but you expect the presence of the ARs to be a little bit stronger on a map like this now that the subs are maybe using like Tier 2, Tier 3 submachine guns.
I mean, Man of War, potentially, some of the SMG players could go at HVK, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the HVK gets a little bit of a buff. I think I saw Drifter saying, throw a laser sight on it.
For sure.
You can make it, kind of like an SMG a little bit.
Steroided out submachine gun.
Yeah, I think we see some Man of War action. Maybe, less submachine guns. Maybe we see like 2 and 2 instead of like 3 and 1 on this map. But I think you'll see a little bit more AR play.
Well, that'll definitely be a talk that the teams need to have loading into this one. But we've got another opportunity for you to send in your thoughts. We read some earlier on broadcast of who you thought your MVP was for Stage 1. Now, though, I have a feeling I know some of the answers I'm going to get for this one. What has been your favorite player or team rivalry in Stage 1? Send in your answers at CourageJD, at MattMrX. Use the hashtag CWLPS4. I've retweeted a couple so far.
Best rivalry in Stage 1? I think it's got to be FaZe Cole.
Yeah?
Right?
The Tree Gate?
Tree Gate. I think that was a good one. It's always fun to see, FaZe and OpTic play, and OpTic and Envy and whatnot. I think OpTic Rise will turn into a little bit of a rivalry as the year goes on.
Definitely. And now, I think I'll ask the second half of that question to you. Do you have a player rivalry that you loved watching in this one?
It's always fun to see, like, Clay and Parasite play. I think Clay and Aches.
All right.
It's definitely
that's definitely one.
Clay's got a lot of rivals.
Hey, when you're an outspoken guy, when you're someone who brings hype into matches and likes to get under the skin of people, sometimes you definitely build some rivals.
Slasher and Aches is a good rivalry. Unfortunately, they're on the same team, but
all of Envy is their own rivals. They're their own rivals.
A lot going on with Envy.
Oh, it most certainly is.
Guys.
As we load into Evac Hardpoint, it's our second series of the night. This is one of the final matches you'll see here in Stage 1. If you're wondering what's up next, H2K versus Envious. And then to close out the night will be, honestly, the match I'm most excited for, Elevate versus FaZe. 2 teams that there could be potentially 8 snipers brought out in SMD.
I'm excited to see Envy and H2K play.
Okay. That's one of the infamous someone needs to win matchup of the night.
I mean, Envy needs a win in the worst way, to be quite honest with you. I mean, to just get some confidence back. This is a team that was like the second best in the CWL in North America towards the beginning. And
they were at first at one point. They had the highest map win percentage, and then since then they've decided that they don't need any of those accolades. I see a Vesper already on my screen.
Krim is running a Weevil. You got Scump with a Weevil, and then Karma's running a Vesper. You got Wheat with a Razorback, Colchan with a Weevil.
What is this game? We've got
Ivy,
Weevils, Razorbacks, Vespers with laser sights.
TSM's going 4 SMGs, 2 Vespers, a Weevil, and a Razorback on their assault rifle players. So
look at the kill feed. It's all Weevils. Oh, it's like Christmas morning for me right now. Crim6 gets 2. The Vesper gets shredded by the Weevil of Crim6. Karma has a Vesper himself. He's controlling the recoil from range. Oh, I can tell you already this is going to be a fun one. We've got Weevils all over the place. And, well, the one that stays true to himself through and through is Formal's
cheating with a Man of War. You see there's one player playing outside a big door, just kind of waiting for players to push through. And
everyone's using weird things, and then Formal still got his normal.
He actually went back. Okay, so he started with, he played for 1 spawn with a Man of War and then went right back to an MA. There's a double kill with an HCXD. Now, Ivy's going to pick up 1 on rotation, going over towards that second hard point. Scump now, a Weevil stock on it. Going to be able to pick up 1 outside of a kitchen. And 1 more player pushing in. That's going to be Wheats with a Razorback. So what do you like as, what do you think the biggest difference between all these SMGs are? Obviously, I think the Vesper with their
this
rate of fire.
This is the strength of the Vesper. You just want to be on top of your teammates. Laser sight just makes it that much stronger. The Razorback, it's pretty good at range at times, but I think the slow rate of fire is where it really struggles against the likes of a Vesper. The Weevil is kind of the middle between the two, right? If you had rapid fire on the Weevil, I think it's hands down the best of all these weapons in the lobby as 3 players charge into Formal. But look, I mean, it is all over the kill feed. It's Vespers, it's Weevils, it's the best day.
Karma's been doing work with the Vesper.
Yeah, 10-3 on a 5 streak.
On a 5 streak, 25 points away from a lightning strike.
Sorry to cut you off here, Matt, but you think it's because you mentioned his ability to position, to know the strengths of his weapons. There's no one better at it than I'd say Karma, right? Yeah,
this guy can use anything. You know, AR, SMG always puts himself in a pretty good position to be successful.
Oh, gosh.
You see he's doing it now with the Vesper. He's going to call in the Hellstorm, only going to pick up 1 with it. That's an HCXD that just goes right by him, evidently. Now, he's doing a really nice job putting himself in position with this Vesper. It's going to be Crim inside the hill as OpTic Gaming just dominating right now. The score is 92-13.
This is
not pretty for TSM.
This is Nate Shot's dream come true. Someone tweet him and let him know that he needs to be watching Weevil Fest 2016, as there's, I believe, 5 Weevils on the map at the moment. Somehow Pac-Man can't pick a target, loses that engagement. Formal still watching over what they made. He knows there's someone on the slow wall run. He's going to get tagged up momentarily, still waiting from his top kitchen window. Doesn't win that engagement there. Beautiful stuff from Colchan to take him down.
So TSM's going to get some time on this hill, making it a little bit closer. Obviously, the score is still completely lopsided in OpTic Gaming's favor, but you're going to see Camo going to be popped inside this 3rd hill. 10 seconds left on it. They're going to rotate over towards that 4th hard point. And this is one of the odder games, but I got to give props to TSM. They try to change things up in the SMG department.
Talk about trying to force your opponent to play uncomfortable. I just got a question backstage. You know, our director, he's been learning so much about COD, been working on the COD World League project, that he sees all these different weapons. He goes, is this like the team's trolling because it's the last day? And no, it's TSM playing for a very important match to try to get the 7th seed, and they're doing everything they can to somehow give themselves an opportunity to match the slaying power of OpTic Gaming. So far, OpTic are outslaying their opponents by about 15 kills, and Formal now 10-8. He gets a 3-piece, making it look easy.
And I wonder if we're going to see Wheats go over to an AR. He's still, I think, running that Razorback, so it'd be interesting to see if he switches over in the second half of the game, kind of tries to combat, Formal's AR power. I don't really, Formal hasn't really lit up the scoreboard. He's got his streaks now, currently on a 6 streak, but he's just done a great job giving OpTic that backbone, that map positioning that they need.
Crim6 with the Weevil, not able to get that first entry kill. TSM still down by about 80 seconds so far. OpTic looking comfortable with whatever weapons are in their hand, as you'd expect. Colchan winning that long-range gunfight with the Weevil himself. Now Ivy in the hard point, but it's Formal with the Scythe, who's ready to light up the scoreboard. He's now on a 10 streak. I don't even know why I switched off him. Fully streaked out, make it 11. They are just walking into his sights. At this point, I feel like Formal's been invisible. Like, they can't spot him on the map. Here comes another challenge. He gets another kill. Now on a 12 streak. He was 8-8 when I brought up OpTic Gaming slaying power. Now near triple pop.
And this happens all the time with Formal.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, the guy is just a freak. He picks it up in the middle of the game, just starts dominating, and this is what's scary about OpTic Gaming. You can kind of stay close, when the other guys are kind of faltering, but eventually all of these guys are going to come to life. And
that's his second
double HC kill during this one. He's going to pick up this last guy on a
17
17 streak here in hardpoint. Formal just going in.
Someone tell me
against TSM. Oh, Maven would be so excited. He would skip his flight to Europe.
Is this potentially the longest streak of the COD World League? Could this actually
be up there? Tommy was what, 18 or 19?
Yeah, Formal now at 18 kills. He hasn't died since last Wednesday, as he's going to rotate towards his next hardpoint.
No, this is unformal. This is
going to be the potential final moments here of this streak, as he's getting pinched from multiple different areas. But look, he's still playing the hardpoint, still playing selfless through this whole streak. He has the most time still for his team. Finally, he does fall. Dang
it would have been great to see him get the 20.
I wanted to see it hit 20, my friend. Not going to happen there. If it was Modern Warfare 2, he would have been pretty darn close to earning himself a nuke to end the game. Unfortunately, that technology is not here in Black Ops 3. Karma still using that Vesper from close range. He's 21 and 15. The floodgates have been opened, and TSM's on their way to getting 100-point club.
And now Crim's going on the rotation here, and TSM has nobody playing all the way in the back. I think the two players that just turned around, I believe it was Pac-Man and another, have some kind of idea that there's one player back here for OpTic Gaming. What is Crim trying to do?
Okay, I thought he was just going to try to go for kills with his fists.
So did I.
OpTic now positive 34 in the slaying department. Crim peeks on out. There's one, spots a second as well, cleans up the two-piece. The Weevil.
And his teammates spawn behind him.
The Weevil with the 50-bullet clip is just so good. At times like that, it feels like you don't have to reload at all. A couple more kills coming in from Karma.
Yeah, and they're having a
Formal
problem.
as well.
It's Formal on top AC, who is just wrecking
Finally,
havoc.
he's been taken down.
Yeah, and there was nothing they could do, because it doesn't seem like the guys on TSM want to run an AR at all during this game. They just tried to play extremely fast, put the pressure on OG.
We talk about, right?
Pac-Man switched over to a man of war now.
Ivy started this whole throwing away a majority of the more popular SMGs. The man's now 9 and 28, so it definitely has not worked out in his favor. Formal is just not missing. Matt.
It's a 250 to 64 win for OpTic Gaming in map number 1. TSM tried to do some interesting things in the Ban and Protect. Saw a bunch of Weevils, a bunch of Vespers. Formal sticks to his M8. He goes massive. What, a 19 kill streak at one point? Just a crazy game.
I feel like we shouldn't have been able to stream that. They just outslayed their opponents by 43 kills.
You know, TSM tried their best, change the game up. Weeds running a Razorback, tried to play a little bit faster. Try some stock SMG gameplay, trying to throw off the AR player a little bit, throw off the SMGs as well by getting rid of some of them. It just didn't work in their favor.
Unfortunate there. TSM, obviously a team that's shown they can definitely perform at least better than they did right there. You need more than 9 kills from one of your main submachine gun players if you're going to try to take home a hard point versus OpTic Gaming. All right, that was a rough game 1. We go from casting a 28-4 uplink now to a 250 to 64 hard point. Hopefully this S&D is a little bit closer.
Oh, I think it will be. We've seen TSM win some big games on Hunted in the past, so expect them to kind of continue the trend with some good gameplay on that. We can take a look at the after-action report. It's actually Formal going massive, 32 and 14.
Jesus.
Just dominating. I mean, just look at the deaths on the side of OpTic Gaming, not many. Now you see Wheats and Colchan and Pac-Man all finish around the same. Nobody really standing out. There's actually Wheats and Pac-Man doing a nice job picking up some kills inside of the hill with the defense. Ivy, though, 9 and 28. Can't have that, especially when he's the guy who started banning out the SMGs in the first place.
No, that is not what you want to see. As we look at the highlights, it all started okay for TSM. They actually got 11 of their 64 points in the first hill. That was one of the two pieces with DHC from Formal. And we will get these guys all set up in the next lobby. And, I mean, TSM, you just got to kind of shake that off.
Yeah, not a ton of highlights to talk about from game 1. I mean, we can talk about it, and it'll just all be kind of about OpTic in the sense that they dominated that one start to finish. I mean, I think the closest we saw the score get was
0-0.
98 to, well, outside of that, but like, I think it was something like 98 to 30 something, leaving the first third hard point. And, I mean, it was just not a fairly competitive game.
No. And now we will load into Hunted S&D. Will be the next map. Just waiting for teams to get on their correct sides, and we should be good to go. So far, been pretty one-sided day. Hopefully, the matches, I think HGK Envy has the potential to be much closer than Elevate FaZe as well. Really actually looking forward to seeing Elevate FaZe on Hunted S&D, because this has been FaZe as one of their openly weaker search and destroy maps, and we've seen Elevate clutch up.
It's just really, if Elevate can win that game 1, kind of the opposite of Rise. It's like they need to win the game ones because they're so good at game 2 and 3. It's just if Elevate could win some hard points consistently, they would be a very, very strong team. They already are, but they would be even better.
That one for me is going to come down to uplink to really tell where the series is going to go. I'm very confident in FaZe's ability to win an Evac CTF, especially because of attach.
Yeah.
If FaZe can wind up taking the uplink, then, I mean, I see them winning games 1, 3, and 4 and taking the respawns in that series. Either way, though, that's one that can go all the distance. Looking forward to those matches later on tonight. The match at hand, though, OpTic Gaming versus TSM. If you are just tuning in, Game 1 went to OpTic, outselling their opponents by 43 kills, winning that one 250-264. And hardpoint, one of the bigger blowouts I've seen in the COD World League. Happens on the final day. Hunted is about to be started up as just waiting on one player to start the lobby.
And then we can get this one underway. I think actually they are finished with their first match on the secondary stream. Would love to know the outcome of that. It went to a game 5, so gotta assume I think DT wins that. As CLG, I don't think has ever won a game 5. It looks like Revan will have the opportunity to solo cast the next one. That'll be TK Luminosity on the secondary stream. Let's see, does TSM do anything different in the ban and protect?
Oh, DT won.
Hunted, Search, and Destroy. They did win?
Yeah, so I think DT just won 3-1.
Oh, 3-1.
Yeah, so...
Pac-Man with an overkill protect.
Ooh.
I like that. Getting Cold Chan the ability to use a sniper and SMG or AR combination now forces OpTic Gaming to decide, do they want to get rid of all the SMG, all the sniper rifles and make that a waste, or do they just leave them in? It looks like OpTic Gaming, their first 2 are flashes and stuns. They're not too worried about the snipers.
No, they're going with their normal stuff. Ivy with the sniper protect. So I'll give you props, TSM. You're doing what you can to make OG uncomfortable.
Do you need to protect the SVG? And then we see a thermal ban by Cold Chan,
which makes sense.
Do you think OpTic would have banned the SVG? I thought if they were going to ban the SVG, they would have done it instead of stuns.
Yeah.
Like if they were so worried about overkill being in, they would have done it in that slot.
You kind of have a feeling that it might have been a waste.
I don't think OpTic would have targeted the SVG.
Okay, well, it's quite clear that TSM, they want to have overkill snipers and take off thermal to give themselves an opportunity to get those long first blood kind of picks with that weapon. Heatwave from Karma, no surprise there as Pac-Man follows up with the kinetic armor of his own.
Yeah, no abilities removed in the ban and protect, so fully expect to see kinetic, Heatwave, camo. You're going to see Psychosis out of Ivy. It's going to be the one difference maker. Potentially could see Vision Pulse out of Crim. He kind of likes that. You're actually going to see Overdrive. So actually Overdrive makes it in, and they actually elect to use it. The last one we didn't see Overdrive make it in, so Overdrive versus Psychosis.
Yeah.
I like Overdrive much more than Psychosis. It's just how they're going to use it offensively, defensively, hit a site, or just to get an opportunity to flank the opposing team.
I was thinking of this, and this kind of goes back to previous CODs. Imagine specialists in Black Ops 2, in Ghosts. I think of like Octane, the map Octane, and like in Ghosts with having Overdrive, like how that would affect rushes, how that would come into play in games. I wish there was some way to go and like test that out, right?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Playing on maps and different game modes back then. Imagine Overdrive and Blitz, like you just there's 4 seconds left, you spawn in Overdrive and you're across the map and get the final capture to win the game.
40 to 20 Blitz games.
Especially if Overclock was in play as well. Would have been absolutely too fun to watch. Definitely loving the addition of specialists in games.
Yeah,
I quickly went on Twitter and checked people's thoughts on that one. Everyone just marveling at the 18 streak of Formal. And that's what you got to commend about a player like that as we kind of give our final thoughts on the game is he didn't play selfishly. Like his team was already up by 140. He's already on an 18 streak. He just still
you don't
gets
have to play selfish
point.
when you're up by that much.
Oh, you don't. But I mean, when you're up by that much, you think he's like, let me try to go for a 20-plus streak here. Instead, no. He gets to the hard point. He's making it so that he's a very big opportunity of finally being taken down, and that's exactly what happens there.
Well, it's also he's the only guy on the map with an assault rifle for, until that second, third hill. I think I saw Pac-Man pick up a kill with a Man of War. So if he positions himself well, just doesn't get mapped by an SMG.
Nothing to worry about.
He's going to pick up a bunch of kills.
He was sitting pretty. That game, I believe we just got another tweet in to share with you all on the broadcast. This one looks like it's Benji. He says Rise versus FaZe
some really good matches.
Have had some great matches. Yeah, that is definitely one. It seems like a lot of focus around Rise and FaZe in regards to stage.
Yeah, they had a great. That was like the first match of the CWL stage 1.
Yeah, now you mention it.
Went to went to all the way to the distance round 11. So
Major throwback.
Yeah.
Wow. That now that I think about that feels like ages ago, man.
I know.
That has been a long, long time. 3 months of Call of Duty have gone down, all leading up to $250,000 in prize money given away next weekend to the top 8 teams. Map 2 is loading on up. Both of these squads will be playing for that money. One heavily favored to take home that first place. TSM definitely an underdog going into next weekend.
Yes,
we'll see
without
what
doubt.
they can get done. Now down 0-1 in this series. Matt, what do you want to see from them in this S&D?
They're going to have to pick up first bloods with the snipes. You know, they protect the snipes. You got to overkill in.
Follow through with their
You got the
banner protect.
SVG. You got the thermal out. You got to make it work for you. I mean, you kind of spent all your votes in the banner protect on it. You got to do something with it.
Unfortunately, it's easier said than done when going up against OpTic Gaming. Off the start of this one, we're going to quickly swap through the classes of TSM. Pac-Man has an Argus. Pac-Man has an Argus, and I have a smile on my face. There's 3 overkill players on the side of TSM. Wheats has already made his way across this map. He's going to get a quick engagement on this outer wall run area. Shots going into the opposing player. He should be overwhelmed here momentarily. Crimsix about to be first blooded. There it goes. OpTic Gaming at a number
Going
disadvantage.
with Pac-Man. He's got an Argus.
Oh, gosh. Karma misses that snipe. It's Argus time, kids. There's no one here.
No, it's nobody there. It's going to be Ivy and Colchan picking up a kill apiece. Last one alive is going to be Scump. Sees all 4 players around him. And Scump's got a sniper as well.
He's got a Locust. Not even bringing out an SVG, even though it's still in play. Pac-Man with the Argus! Pumps the shot right into his chest and wins that round for TSM. Nice statement round in round 1.
I got to see this.
Scump is probably not ready for this at all.
Boom!
Oh, gosh.
Pump shotty to the body.
Nice rhyme.
Yeah. I feel like I've heard that in a song.
Like a pop song or like a rap song?
I don't.
Pump shotty to the body, man.
Cannot see Britney Spears singing the lyrics to that.
Hey,
Definitely a rap song.
you don't know her, man. Locust, sniper.
Not even sure Britney Spears even releases music anymore.
Hey, the 90s were a great time. There's 4 snipers for OpTic. They're
Like
taking
a pop artist.
They're taking a page out of FaZe's book from a couple weeks ago. Crimsix gets first blood. Look at the bold play right now as they go soaring down this A bridge. Scump has gotten it into this top red room. He's got to play around this left corner. They've got to know he's here, and he's been spotted. Winds up getting away though with his life. Another challenge coming in from Karma. 2 players just below him. Spots 1, takes him down. Peeks. Don't believe he saw the second, and this should be a bomb plant for OpTic Gaming near the B site.
It's going to be a 2v2 scenario. Pack and Wheats after Ivy gets off to a nice start. Everybody running over.
Everyone's got snipers on, man.
I mean, we have a sniper on.
We've seen Varix.
What does Pac-Man have again? Actually, he's taken out. I was assuming potentially he could have had the Argus. You see Scump, if he turns the other way, he's going to come right behind Wheats. Going to be able to take him out, and OpTic Gaming's going to tie this up at 1 round apiece.
We've seen normal scopes, we've seen Varix, we've seen thermals, we've seen Locusts, SVGs, no Draken yet. Waiting for Pac-Man to get fancy on him, maybe bring that one out. He's already had an Argus, so nothing stopping him from bringing out another interesting weapon as his secondary.
Now we'll go into round 3. It's going to be OpTic on defense. Let's go on with TSM on the offensive side of things.
All right, swapping over towards TSM. Colchan going to be going for that mid-street pick. Did see a player, but oh gosh, Karma is soaring through the air and just hit the most ridiculous shot you could possibly hit on OpTic. OpTic are just flying with snipers.
Yeah, it's an interesting idea, and you see Pac-Man getting over to that B site with the Argus, and Ivy mid-map with the MA putting down some shots.
No!
And you see Scump's able to take out Pac-Man as he rushes him with the shotgun. Krim gonna win one in the gun, in the kill feed as well. I see he's gonna be able to take out Wheats at the end there. It's gonna be OpTic up 2-1.
Scump has a rushing Pac-Man coming at him with the overkill Argus and just drops him with the Locust.
Just brained him with the sniper rifle, and
I mean, OG, they're still going on through with this one. I believe we've seen overkill used by almost every player on some of these maps. Heading into the next round, OG with a 1-round lead. They're going to begin this push right towards the B site. And Krim is going to actually hit mid-map, still with this overkill sniper in his back pocket. HC is out, though. Who's got this called in?
It should be Ivy, if anyone. Ivy was what?
Yep.
4-2. His HC going to be cut down the middle of the map. He's the only one not running overkill, by the way, and he's leading the lobby in kills. Not too much of a shock. You see Formal's going to throw out a smoke. He's not going to be running overkill, and this player's actually going to fly through the smoke right there. Not the best decision. Now you're going to see the players of OpTic flood over towards the B side. I like this angle from Colchan. I've actually never seen this before.
Did he spot the feet of the player? Doesn't appear so. He's going to get punished now by Crim6. The pressure coming in. Oh gosh, Colchan's getting pinched from all 7 angles, but he hits Scope with the beatdown, turns back around and takes down Crim6 as well. Colchan just graduated from Hogwarts, and that's a round win for TSM. As Pac-Man, oh gosh, he's dropping the bags down onto OG. Well, you know,
it's a little early for the bags. I mean, we're only in round 4. We're tied.
You just got beat by. No, it's all in good fun between these two teams. These guys all friends with each other, in and out of the game. Pac-Man getting work done with this final kill. Down on to Formal. You knew he had to give Formal peace of mind right there.
This will be a very. If I would be shocked if I know. Obviously, TSM's able to take this one. It would be huge for them in the series, but yeah, I think OpTic eventually has to go away from this sniper setup.
Apparently, the shotty to the body is a lyric from Biggie Smalls, man. So,
it is?
Yeah.
No.
Really good stuff there. Proud of you.
There you go, showing my New York roots.
Great moves. Keep it up. As Wheats is swimming in the water towards this A site. Formal peeking towards Bridge. He's the one pushing through the smoke this time around. And Wheats has had the greatest timing. Outside of Red Room, the player watching it decides to look away. Karma cleans up the trade, though, as it's going to be an A execute out of TSM. Karma will drop right back. Formal going for the long flank all the way through the opposing team spawn. This should give an opportunity for this bomb to get planted by Pac-Man.
Nobody wants to go in and challenge Pac-Man because he's got the Argus in there over at the A site. He's going to get the bomb down. To Scump go in and check this right away, and I don't think actually Scump sees him. Scump just get on the bomb here. This would be epic. He's going to be like, get one. Has to know that Pac-Man's playing in the stairs here.
Oh gosh,
and he has the HC as well.
I gotta watch Pac-Man. I'm just waiting for the Argus. Scump now going through the water, taking a different route this time around. Pac-Man directly up to his right. He's gonna have to make a move quick, and he knows that. And
that has to be frustrating for Scump. He just turns the corner and gets blasted.
Pac-Man, this is premier stuff right here.
This is the second time he's gotten Scump with the Argus, right?
Camp. Look at this. Wow. Crazy shot. Can't believe he hit that one.
That was a fairly easy shot.
Yeah, that was sarcasm.
Yeah, now we'll see.
He didn't pick up on it.
The Argus making some big plays here. Hunted, search, and destroy.
Scump has an HC. He still has that Locust secondary.
I'm just thinking, like, what is going to happen when we see Elevate play?
I'm scared. Oh, gosh, look at that snipe spot. Potentially from Colchan. He is just soaring through the air.
Yeah, we've seen
spotted once.
We've seen offensive teams do this all the way in the back on that rock. And it's going to be Ivy taking out Scump here. At the beginning, Krim putting down some shots. A little bit messy on Weeds. Tries to back down, but it's traded by Formal. Now we're going to have a 2v2 scenario. The sniper, Colchan, just lurking around the map. See, Formal is going to actually lose that battle. Colchan is going to win that with a VMP. So nice shots by Colchan. He's going to fall down the waterfall and force a 1v1 scenario. It's going to be Karma going up against the Argus god himself, Pac-Man.
Dude, what is going on in this S&D right now? We just commend Colchan for such a sick play, and then he decides to take a tumble
down the waterfall. I think they are just relying solely on the shotgun of Pac-Man to clutch these round out.
Hey, Pac-Man gets his kill, he gets kinetic, he's 200 off a lightning. This is just comedy right now, though. Karma versus Pac-Man. I couldn't ask for two better people to be in the scenario. And
Karma's throwing his controller at the wall.
It's going to happen.
5 seconds.
It's going to happen.
Karma's throwing his controller at the wall.
3, 2, 1. Peekaboo. Oh, no! There's never been a bigger fail. There has never been. End it. Shut up the stream.
End it.
Shut up the stream.
End it.
Shut it up. Shut it up. This can't be shown. Oh my God! I feel the stream chat is going to implode. I'm gonna throw up. I'm lightheaded. I've never seen a funnier moment in my life. Pac-Man, what was that?
Oh,
What was that?
I don't know. I can't watch anymore.
I'm done. I quit. I'm done casting.
Who do we have on your screen?
Pac-Man dies again.
Pac-Man's dead again.
I physically can't cast anymore. I'm done. And
oh my.
that is a once-in-a-million moment. That is the biggest fail I have seen in Black Ops 3.
I can't believe that just happened. That was like the last thing I expected.
I'm baffled, bro. I've lost full.
Oh, Scump with a sniper rifle in his hand. He's going to go over towards B, and it's a 3v1 scenario in favor of OpTic. Potentially that round could throw the momentum into OpTic's favor. I don't even know.
I'm just laughing.
You're going to see Cole-Chan, the last one alive here. Trying to make a play through the B cave. That was unbelievable. I'm just still like kind of... I don't even know.
Was that the biggest... I seriously can't cast.
Oh, I mean, you're going to see Krim winning gunfight there. I get it by Pac-Man. It's just, how do you know that he has Heat Wave? Like... Oh...
I'm in shock.
OpTic Gaming goes up 4-3. I'm just trying to like regain myself a little bit after that one. You're going to see OpTic on offense, looking to take a 5-3 lead.
Oh.
I imagine the TSM guys, they were just kind of laughing during that.
I'm just gonna move on. Ivy, he's now a Psychosis bot in top middle.
He's running through his Psychosis. He actually takes out Scump during that process.
This is the funniest game of S&D I've ever casted.
You're gonna see Krim rotate over by the hut. You see Karma picking up one with the sniper. Nah, Cole-Chan's actually gonna return with a sniper shot of himself, and Karma's trying to make another highlight play. These players just kind of dancing around each other, and Pac-Man gets his revenge with the Argus over by the truck as he ties things up at 4-4.
Pac-Man makes up for his missed Argus, so he can hit this Argus shot. He can hit that, but not the one on the B side. Oh my God!
Some people are better under pressure, Jack.
I've lost full composure.
Well, let's go on board with TSM.
Okay.
See,
Pac-Man's having a hell of a game with the Argus. I'll tell you that.
No, he's been crushing with the Argus. Waits would probably elect to try a different weapon, as whatever he is doing has resulted in a 1-7 start. Make it 1-8, as Weeds is the first one dead at the beginning of this round. So should be one that OpTic Gaming is able to tank. It's a 4v2. I mean, a 3v2 man advantage, and actually the round is over. OpTic Gaming able to win it. See if they can close this S&D out this next round. One of the odder S&D hunteds
there has never been
seen.
I don't know. You want to know what's funny too? Is you mentioned how Pac-Man was dropping the bags a little bit early on in round 4. that happened later on in the game.
You can't bring the bags out too early.
You can never, because you can apparently miss a point-blank Argus shot and get heat waved by Karma. Karma has just been flying through the air, sniping this whole game. Scump with an opportunity to get a free 2-piece here if he uses kinetic armor towards B. You expect that to happen here, and falls into the water. Has a player behind him.
Turn around.
Should trade the kill on out. OpTic Gaming at a number advantage now as Formal should be cleaned up here momentarily in middle map.
Now you see the Argus coming for him. Pac-Man puts down a shot, not able to finish him off.
He gets the up easy.
It's going to be a 3v1. Cole-Chan versus the rest of OpTic Gaming. The bomb down at B does not look good for TSM, and he's going to use camo, try and push in a cave here. He actually spots one. I believe this player knows he's coming. It's going to be Scump on the B site, able to win it. OpTic Gaming going to win Search and Destroy 6-4 against TSM here. It's going to be Scump in your final kill cam, taking out Cole-Chan. And we saw some interesting things, to say the least. We saw some good stuff with the Argus. We saw some bad stuff with the Argus. A lot of snipers. A very interesting hunted Search and Destroy.
Well, I had to pinch myself.
Why?
I didn't know if that was real, what we just watched.
Oh, man.
That was the most ridiculous game I have casted in Black Ops 3.
You're getting cheesier by the day, Jack.
Matt, I don't care. I have a blast. That's all that matters. 11-8 from Ivy.
Every day for you is just one big long vine, isn't it?
My life is
It's just one big long vine, huh? Anyway, OpTic Gaming takes map number 2.
I'm having too much fun today. This is just been...
they took map number 1 in a really big way.
Yep.
Map number 2 was closer. TSM was actually in control early.
Yeah.
And then the tides turned with that bags round. When the bags came out, then
you knew they were due for something.
Yeah, the gaming woke up, and obviously, you know, the Karma Heatwave play with Pac-Man. We can take a look at the after-action report. You saw Ivy finish with 11 kills. Pac-Man 6-6. Even Wheats goes 1-9. I don't really know what he was doing that game. Obviously, it was not working out. And Scump on the side of OG finishes 8-5. Everybody else around the same on OpTic Gaming, and OpTic takes this one 6-4. Sure, we'll take a look at the highlights.
I legitimately said, Karma versus Pac-Man, something ridiculous is going to happen. I said that, and it's exactly how it broke down. Colchan with the beatdown kill onto Scump. This was when Scump actually got killed by that Argus the first time. Bang! Pac-Man had a couple close round wins with that one there, but then one of the moments that you will never forget for the history of Black Ops 3. Oh my goodness.
It was pretty funny.
It was pretty fun. That's all your thoughts. That's all your thoughts there. As we close out game 2, now we get prepared to go into this game 3. Make sure they're all set team-wise. Are they switching sides?
No,
it doesn't
same.
appear so. So we should be into this one really any second here. And actually, it does look like nope, we're good. So yeah, we'll be set. Game 3, Fringe uplink, OpTic. You think they take it 3-0?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we see a 3-0.
Something tells me that's how it's going to work out.
Our next game will be H2K Envy. Obviously not there yet. I think this one ends here, but you know, OpTic Gaming obviously looking to be the only team in in North American and any division, obviously, to get to 20 wins.
Absolutely.
So that would be a huge accomplishment for them. TSM, obviously, you know, yesterday with a big win, secured their spot at the Stage 1 finals. So, I mean, this game is for seeding, but I don't even know how far they could move up. It
would be a one-spot move, and that would they need help from Luminosity as well.
Yeah, they would need Luminosity to
lose to
TK, and I think you kind of expect Luminosity to beat TK.
Yeah, I think that's kind of how everyone feels about that one. Just waiting for players to start this one up. If you're just joining us, if you just saw the clip shared on Twitter, I checked Twitter for a second. My entire timeline was capital letters, and people freaking out about what they just saw. That was, honestly, that was too funny. I genuinely couldn't have enjoyed that much more. Fringe uplink on this map. We've seen TSM try to switch things up. Games 1 and 2. What is something they try to do in this game 3 if they have an opportunity?
No clue. I mean, we can see anything. I'm not be shocked if we see anything.
Is it dingo time? Is it LMG dingo time?
Honestly, it would not shock me.
At this point, you got to bring out all the stops if you're TSM.
Yeah.
To try to make something happen. If it somehow goes to game 4, it would be Evac. CTF,
nah, I think you're just kind of reading off some useless information, I think.
That's just for pretend that's not even a thing.
Yeah, I think you just kind of cross off those last 2 columns. I think this one ends here. Just waiting for the players to start things up. TSM, though, they have to be pretty stoked that they make it into Stage 1, obviously, and don't want to be relegated, don't want to have to play some of those relegation teams. They're going to have a tough match at the Stage 1 finals, but I think this is a team that they've gained a lot of confidence since adding Ivy. Do I say that's likely, like, they would upset somebody? No. I think out of your bottom teams, I think like Luminosity is a team you're scared of to go up against. I think TSM can keep games close on land, especially against the top teams. If I'm top team, though, I don't really fear them too much. I kind of fear Luminosity a little bit more in the sense that if Saints and John get hot, there's really nothing you can do to counter that. Grim going to get Overdrive out first. The Argus ban coming out of Ivy. Gonna limit his teammates to no shotties. Not exactly sure.
That's where TSM is right now. Sheesh, Pac-Man, not letting you take that one yet again. Ivy bans out his teammate there. That is just the icing on the cake for what was the most ridiculous scenario of my entire life.
And you see the M8 ban coming out of Colchan. And see what else. leaves us during this. High caliber is going to go. You expect rapid fire to go, but who knows what is going to happen in this one.
As we continue on through, it's a concussion ban. Keep it going. Overclock is still available. Thankfully for Pac-Man's sake, the Argus is banned. And to finish things out, it's an XR2 Protect from Formal. He wants that first weapon ready to go.
Yep. Now, Formal has been the one who has really played well during this, obviously. You see Rapid Fire makes it too, so Rapid Fire XR2, I expect to be pretty prevalent on this map.
Yeah, it most certainly will be. Active Camo from Crim6, Kinetic Armor from Scump, Kinetic from Colchan as well. And
I wonder if we see anything interesting specialists.
I don't know. I mean, you expect Karma to still go with Heatwave. I mean, this dude is an absolute beast. Just a beast with that specialist ability. Formal with the Scythe, and then Pac-Man to finish things out. At this point, I think it's Sparrow time, Pac-Man. Let's see it.
Sparrow would be legendary here.
I see the future, and I see telepathically.
Yeah!
Oh my God! Pac-Man, we are one. We are one individual. I love you.
So we're going to see Sparrow.
Jonathan Tucker. You know, we shared a moment in a karaoke bar a couple events ago where we sang Beyonce together, and that is why I knew he would pick the Sparrow in this game 3.
Well, that's a great insight there from you, Jack.
You happy you heard that story, man?
I'm surprised it wasn't on Vine. It probably is on Vine if I go look through your
I think
things.
Periscope was actually where it came in from.
Anyway.
As we do have Uplink starting on up, as you know. A lot of people new to competitive Call of Duty this year. They might not have seen Uplink before. Maybe they watched in Black Ops 2. They've come back. Uplink is new to the circuit from Advanced Warfare. Now here in Black Ops 3. We've got a great video for you. Uplink 101 to give you the basics.
Uplink is a favorite mode within the esports community because of its fast-paced, aggressive nature. This mode features 2 teams clashing in an attempt to score a satellite drone into an enemy's floating uplink station. The drone will be spawned in a neutral point between players' locations. Players must then get to the spawn location to fight over control of the drone. Every drone thrown through the uplink station scores 1 point. However, 2 points are awarded if the drone is carried through the goal. Uplink forces players to push into enemy territories and to hold their position. The player with the drone loses their equipped weapon, but gains an additional protective armor, assisting them while their guard is down. After 2 rounds, alternating between map sides, the team with the most points wins the match. Uplink brings on a whole new aggressive gameplay that requires players to solidify their teamwork and conquer map control.
Now we know how Uplink is played.
It's one of my favorite, if not my favorite game mode.
Yeah, I think Revan's really begun to enjoy, because if you didn't know, Revan kind of had to step away from the scene for Advanced Warfare, was at school. Now, obviously, back casting Black Ops 3, he's been able to really see how the fans, the viewers, everybody has begun to love this game type. Just so action-packed, creates crazy moments. We saw the likes of Rise, who knows how to run up the score. We've seen very close games where it comes down to a final buzzer beater. In this one, though, you expect OpTic to be the
I'm
favorite.
interested to see what kind of classes and weapons we see. With Rapid Fire in, the XR2 gets protected. Do we see anything crazy during this?
I have a feeling Pac-Man's going to spawn in with a 48 Dredge, Rapid Fire, and he will just rain down shots from the top parts of the map. Wheats in with the XR2, Ivy as well, Colchan with a VMP. On the side of OpTic Gaming, just swapping on through. Pretty submachine.
Did Rapid make it in?
Split. I don't know.
Sure?
Did you lie to me, man?
I'm pretty sure I didn't see it.
Okay, well, you know, I think it was banned because I don't see Rapid on anybody.
Yeah, I don't see Rapid on anybody. That's why I'm very confused.
You lied to me.
Yeah,
I'm watching Pac-Man off the start. He's got an XR2.
And he's got a Brecci in his back pocket as well.
No, he does not.
Yep. Legion
would be so happy.
Legion, a big fan of the Brecci shotgun. You see Crim and Karma in the kill feed.
Did you see a sniper shot?
Yeah, you did. And it's going to be Karma with the drone in hand going through Barn, and he's not going to be able to put it in. It's actually stopped by Ivy. And Crim and Scump picking up some kills. Drone still down. It's actually going to be put in now for 2. Scump starting things off 3-0. They already have TSM spawning back out. You see Ivy with a SVG kill there.
Karma moving this drone up. Oh, kids, put the seatbelt on. We're going for a bumpy ride if you're a fan of TSM in this uplink.
Well, they have guys in the middle of the map, could potentially get the drone. You see Ivy picking up 1 with the SVG. Now he's taken out shortly. Players trying to rotate over through bricks. Karma's able to pick him up. He's currently on a 2 streak, getting that 1-point throw off, and he's going to connect. And OpTic Gaming getting off to a very nice start.
That ICR, so lethal when in the hands of Formal and Octane. Formal with a nice 2-piece there. Challenge comes in. Brecky's not going to work for Pac-Man in that scenario. Karma following it up with the drone. He's got 2 players in front of him, 1 to his right. He's going to chase down the beatdown on the player. Nope, can't get it.
Not able to get that.
And that drone will drop.
It's got to give Colchan an opportunity to bring this one down tracks.
It will.
And, you see a player spawning over in Zeke. Pac-Man's able to pick that kill up on Krim, and Colchan going to go for a 1-point throw, and he's going to connect. So TSM going to get on the board here.
First points on the board for TSM. Still a 2-possession game. OpTic now with a presence inside bricks. That's what you love to see, especially when pushing this side of the map. Just catch your opponents off guard from an unorthodox type play right here. Scump now flying up trains. You got the Brecky and Pac-Man watching from around the corner. Spots 1 kill. Does get it, but is traded immediately after. Karma now with the objective. Very close to Heatwave as well. He'll pass that one back to Crimsix, who will follow this one up with Camo, and you expect this to be a dunk with ease.
Yep, there comes the Camo. Here comes the dunk. It's going to be OpTic Gaming up 7-1, 2-0 in this series. This one looks like it will be ending here. I have no problem even saying that at this moment in time. If TSM picking up some kills in the middle of the map, Scump keeps putting a lot of pressure on this top barn area, doing a great job for OpTic Gaming. Yeah,
has 1 player now challenging. Did see him out of the corner of his eye, but that's the Brecky of Pac-Man who wins that engagement from close range. Karma still with this drone. He's just kind of baiting himself out there momentarily. Heat waves the opponent. Ooh, beats him down there with the objective. And he'll continue to follow this one back on up. He's just playing catch with himself here in middle street.
Yeah, and he's actually going to bring the drone all the way back to his own base. Wrap it all the way back through auto. So I can't really tell you what's going through the mind of Karma right now with the drone in his hand. He's actually going to go for another melee from the sky. The rest of his teammates are going to drop. Now the drone's going to go the other way.
If you've ever watched a stream of Karma or met him in real life, you just know how much fun he's having when he does stuff like that, right? He's just got a smile on his face. He's bouncing all around, and half the time it works. Half the time he makes a play with it. 7-1 lead for OG. Formal will toss that one off the map. It'll reset near middle, and they'll begin to push this one up yet again. OpTic, while they've had some fun in this series with how they were playing that S&D, flying around with snipers, they're also get right back into work and want to make sure they take this uplink with ease before they begin to have their fun on the map. Scump now pushing up top. Ooh, he whips the beat down there.
Oh, the Brecky comes into play, so Pac-Man's able to pick up 1. And the Brecky were waiting to see that. Nah, it's going to be Karma cutting him down in the middle of the street, so TSM not able to get the drone anywhere.
Yep, everyone falling for TSM there momentarily. Colchan lasts alive. Crimson gets the better of him. Formal still just playing middle street with this ICR, such pinpoint accuracy with this weapon.
TSM doesn't
he just missed on something.
TSM, yeah, pinpoint accuracy doesn't hit anything. TSM has not really moved out of their base at all. You actually saw Pac-Man pick up 1 with a Sparrow there. So you see Krim moves into front barn with the Man of War. Now you have all the players of OpTic Gaming pushing into the TSM base, and this is going to be another done. Yep, it's going to be 9-1 in favor of OpTic Gaming here. Obviously, final match for them in the Pro Division for both teams. Yep. Obviously, final week, and OpTic Gaming trying to get those 20 wins.
9-1 now. OG cruising on through. Colchan should have a dunk here momentarily. There it is, 9-3, and oh my gosh, has an SVG on as well. Formal. Now it's Formal's time to pull out the sniper of his own. He's looking to match that of Colchan on the map. Oh, well, this is just. Scump's got a sniper. Is this all snipers now between these teams? No, Crimsix is still.
Yeah, Krim I think is still running around with the Man of War.
See, Crimsix robot's out of emotion, so he doesn't recognize that this is fun. Now he's somehow picked up a sniper. 2-piece there. We'll close this one out at the half. 20-8, 9-3 OpTic Gaming in full control.
Yeah, it's just the first half. We still have another half. Krim on pace for 40. Wheat's on pace for 10. Obviously, this one very one-sided.
Yeah. Continuing on through. OpTic now 5 minutes away from taking this series 3-0. And it's looking like they'll be able to get things done here.
Now, let's see. Krim with the dart when he elects to use that. He's 25 off of the lightning, so he's actually just going to be playing all the way in the back of his base, trying to get these streaks. And it's going to be Wheats in the middle of the map, taking out Formal. Here you see the dart come into play. It's going to take out one. You see the dart still flying around, looking for people spawning up. He's actually going to see one on top of Peaches, not able to connect with it. He's going to have the lightning. Does he elect to use that as well? Krim currently on a 9 streak. It's going to be Colchan trying to go for a 1-point throw. Krim's actually going to be able to take him out. So you got to think Krim gets a Hellstorm as well. He's got full streaks. You see Ivy just takes out Scump middle map with the sniper. It's going to be Krim with 2. Blows up the car with a lightning, gets 1. The lightning picks up another one. Karma just punches Wheats in the mouth. And this should be a 2-point play for OpTic Gaming.
Yep. They've got a lead blocker in the back as well. One favorable spawn actually might help stop Crim6, but Camo is there to seal the deal. Formal now on a 6 streak. Okay, Crim's on an 11 streak. I had no idea. Combined 18 between the likes of Scump, Crim6, and Formal at the moment. Crim's still alive in the opponent's base. It's Hellstorm time as he should take out this player near back rails. He does just that. Has another one in his sights, finally does perish, but it's at the cost of another dunk for OpTic Gaming. 13-3, 3.5 minutes left, 5 possession lead. We can talk all we want about it, but this one is done, Matt. This one, in my eyes, is done.
Do you expect OpTic to win at the Season 1 playoffs? Season 1 finals?
I genuinely do feel that they will. I think that what has plagued them in the past as a team at other events has been polished up, and I think that they are definitely the favorites going in. I think Rise, you could definitely put a very good case for Rise, especially if maybe there's some favorable maps as Karma gets a beat down on the Colchan, their top grannies. And, I mean, you got to throw FaZe in there as always. I think that those are the definitive 3 no matter who you ask. But if I had to pick one team right now, I think it's OG.
Yeah, I think they definitely kind of control their own destiny at any event they go to. Right? I mean, if they show up,
the wall.
Yeah, if they show up, I mean, they should be able to beat anybody. And it's just a matter of on the day, they're the best team. But I definitely think if you are having odds on it, they definitely have to be the one that has the best chance. You play this tournament 2 or 3 times, you gotta think they win it a pretty decent amount of times.
Oh, for sure. As still players are challenging. Ivy hitting that top middle wall run, doing what he can to take down Karma. Karma will punish him with the Man of War right there. 2 minutes remaining, still 14-3. At this point, it's looking pretty grim as Wheats is sitting at White Truck with that scythe, and there's still snipers all over the map.
Pac-Man, he's gonna get pushed. He's just gonna push his body now with the Brecci. And some nice shots across map. The XR2 by Pac-Man. Saw a lot of XR2 use in A and Z. Potentially could see it more as we get close to these stage finals. Teams kind of holding back strats and weapons that they want to use. The Brecci is going to be able to pick up another there, and he's going to earn his Sparrow. Let's go on with Pac-Man. I want to see the Sparrow out.
Oh, where is he? Well, he's dead, Matt.
Yeah, no, he's going to spawn up, though.
Oh, there you go. Good. Here we go. We've waited for this moment. You can make up for the big fail earlier, Pac-Man. There's a nice shot on the Scump. He'll continue to follow on up. Looking for a potential second kill now with the Sparrow. Hasn't spotted a player as of yet. Pressure now coming in from back alley. He'll jump over this wall and potentially spot him. Oh, he's got him in his sights. Hasn't taken the shot as of yet. He's going to continue to follow on up. Boom! Another Sparrow kill on the Scump. 2 for 2 in. Oh, gosh. Well, Karma, he's got a sniper, and he almost got a collat there as well. Second kill, Crim6 with the drone with Camo.
There you go, Krim.
He's peeking on up. He's made it into the window. This will be a dunk as well. 16-3. OpTic Gaming doing their best Rise Nation impression here on Fringe Uplink.
Yeah, and the Brecci is searching for people inside Grandma's house. It's able to find Krim. Now you see Scump and the kill feed picking up too. It's going to be Formal mid-map with the scythe. Has one coming Z, one coming in front of Grandma. He's able to pick up both players. Now he's just hunting for more. Formal doesn't want to touch that drone. It's going to be Karma with drone in hand. Going to go to the front of Grandma. I think he's just looking for people to heat wave to melee. 20 seconds left.
Well, there he found 2.
So
one,
he's going to get 1.
2.
He's going to get 2. and not bring it in. He's actually just looking for more players.
Three.
He's going to be able to pick up 3 with the drone. Now waiting outside of tin. They're looking for more players to beat down.
And he's going to get one more. Oh, go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
Oh, Formal. He's the one ruining all of the fun for the rest of us. It's going to be OpTic Gaming winning this one 16-3. Taking the series 3-0. Completing a 20-win season. So good stuff out of OpTic Gaming.
20-2. It's quite the record you want if you're a fan of the green wall. And it's pretty crazy to say that their one loss that they had was to DT, and the other one, Game 5 versus Complexity. Yep. Outside of that, pretty strong season from them. On the other side of things, TSM, you lose that match, but really once you saw Pac-Man have that fail, you didn't think there was any shot of them taking this one back in their favor.
No, you assumed as the series was progressing that OpTic was just going to take this one 3-0.
Yeah, so that is going to do it for this series. We'll take a look at your after-action report once it loads back in. Now, for the rest of the night, we saw 2 3-0s so far with FaZe and, with Rise Nation and OpTic Gaming over their respective matchups. Now you expect H2K, Envy, and Elevate versus FaZe to be much, much closer games.
Yeah, you would think so. H2K, obviously, fighting for position down at the bottom. Yep. They don't want to fall further down, play one of the better teams in a Challenge Division. Envy, trying to get back on track for Stage 1 finals. And then obviously Elevate and FaZe at the end of the night. I believe those teams are both locked in their position, so I think they're just playing for pride at that moment.
Well, there is your after-action report, +8 from Karma. Everyone positive on OG. On the other side of things, TSM, they had some fun with it. They definitely made the most of the occasion. But outside of that, the whole series is pretty much one-sided. Here's a look at some of the highlights from that last game.
Yeah, a lot of interesting highlights, I imagine. We saw some sniper plays,
triple
the
beatdowns,
breckie, the triple beatdown, the ICR out in play. So a lot of interesting things during this. You see a lot of these kills are Pac-Man with the breckie.
It's a one-of-a-kind scenario. Also used the Sparrow later on in the game. I still can't believe I called the Sparrow pick.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So I just threw it out there, and it wound up working out. And, yeah, OpTic Gaming closed it out 16-3. Here's the snipe from Formal had a second here on the screen. Almost connected with it there. Once you hear that scythe on the map, it gets pretty scary for whatever team is going up against OG, and that will do it, folks. The beatdowns from Karma come in. Pac-Man with the breckie again. Up close, getting it done. Sparrow time on the map. I love how all this is Pac-Man highlights with breckies and Sparrows. It's all good fun. Here's Karma's boop, bop, and beep for the final kill. Well, that's going to do it, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the first 2 matches of the night. Don't go anywhere, though. Up next is going to be H2K versus Envy. We'll see you there.